Hey there everybody, it's me Cody on Microsoft, where today I'll be showing you Windows 10 build 15014 for PC and mobile. This build is the latest fast-string build for Windows Insiders as part of the Future Creators Update, which is expected to come out sometime of spring this year. I will note that these builds are buggy, and I wouldn't recommend installing them onto your main device. In the last Windows Insider Fast build, many users were reporting getting stuck on the Windows Update screen, not being able to get past the 0% install. This issue continues into 15014, but it has been noted to be a visual glitch. The download progress indicator shown when downloading this build is currently broken. It may look like you're getting stuck at 0% or at other percentages. Ignore the indicator and be patient. The build should download fine and the installation should kick off. In my case, the update showed up and immediately went to 100%, but after waiting it out, the update finally installed and a restart button appeared in the Windows Update page. This build has been made available for both PC and mobile, however there aren't very many notable changes to the update in mobile. Mobile users will be glad to know, however, that frequent device restarts have been fixed with this build. Most of the notable changes that users will find most interesting will be found in the PC version of this build. There have been a whole lot of under-the-hood changes and small tweaks in this build from the feedback provided in the last two releases, which I'm sure you'll notice and find quite nice. Right away, you'll notice that the Cortana search box has been redesigned. The search box is now much brighter, as Microsoft is experimenting with its look, and is happy to receive feedback from users about its appearance. My biased and irrational opinion is that it looks putrid, however many users would beg to differ. Just to the right of that as well, the more observant of you might notice that I have an app pinned to the taskbar. I don't usually have apps pinned to the taskbar, but that's because the Mail app will now be pinned to the taskbar by default when installing Windows with the Creators Update. You can of course unpin this if you'd like, but as of right now it'll be along with Edge, the File Explorer, and the Store. I'll also break the news to many Windows Insiders who are looking forward to hearing about the My People bar that was announced in October. Plans for that have been put on hold until the next major release of Windows. Unfortunate. Starting up Edge in this build, the first thing that I notice is a new web inking button in the upper right, but that's just me. The more notable thing that's been added is extended support for ebooks. While we saw the beginnings of this a couple months ago in an earlier Creators Update build, it's being pushed farther with a new ebook management experience, or library as they call it. You'll also find a new section in the store to purchase ebooks. I've already showed off the ebook reading experience in a previous video, but for those who don't know, Edge supports files in the .epub file format, which will open in this lovely reading view with controls for navigating the page and customizing the appearance of the text. Personalization in the Creators Update will receive a long-lost feature that Windows users have been asking for since the release of Windows 10. A custom accent color picker is now available in the Colors section of the Settings app. Mind that as of right now there is an issue where it'll only let you select a single color from the color picker before having to restart out of the app again. While it may be a little bit buggy, you can play around with the color picker itself. The layout is pretty simple here. You can adjust from a couple of different sliders to find the color you want, see a live preview of the color in action, or even specify an exact color code in the expanded view of the panel. By default, the colors are limited to a certain luminosity as to keep the text readable. This also means that while the UI is flexible within its own boundaries, it still limits the users to colors within this spectrum we see here. Custom color codes typed in the expanded view will not work unless they fall within the colors you see in the selected spectrograph. While this is understandable, I think that it might be a little bit redundant, and I personally feel that if users want to specify a specific color code, that it should allow them to break through the certain UI guidelines that Windows has provided, as the user will be more than aware of the color that they're choosing. Moving past that though, there's a new setting in the Settings app that to many Windows mobile users might have a familiar ring to it. Storage Sense is a new function in Windows that will help keep your storage clean by automatically clearing app data and temporary files that aren't being used, and by deleting items in the recycle bin that are over 30 days old. While Storage Sense isn't quite the solution that macOS users are presented with, it'll certainly be nice for those who are very picky about their disk space. Some, but not all Windows Insiders will see a new battery panel in this build. Now, I don't own a device that this is currently being tested with, however, I can elaborate a little on how this new panel works. Basically, it'll give the user more control over how their device manages its power, with multiple options from best battery life to best performance. The battery panel will provide quick access to information about the status of a device's battery and allow you to configure relevant settings. Note though that for users that have access to this panel, it's not currently functional, but you can provide feedback about it if you'd like. Anyhow, this has been a quick build update video with me, Cody, on Microsoft. If this video was helpful, make sure to subscribe and check out onmicrosoft.com to continue receiving updates about the future of Windows 10, Windows 10 Mobile, and the future Windows 10 Creators Update. Thank you, goodbye.